Hey guys, it's Game Promo. How are you guys doing? Hope you had a fan-freaking-tastic start of the week. So we have a new game. It's been a while since I've been on here. I've been trying to figure out what game to play, and uh, it's been a while. I don't know what I'm doing. Um, um, I've been working on school a lot lately, so that's why I haven't really been on much. It's only like what, 5th week of school, and I'm already like swamped. But today I finally got like a little bit of time. Um, this game is supposed to be like 15 minutes ish. I had to turn the volume all the way down just because I don't want a copyright claim again. I'll leave a link in the description for not only the developer's website, which I emailed them and they were okay with me playing it. So I'll leave a link in the description for their website and also the game on Steam. So that way, if you want to play it, you can play it with sound, because I don't like using sound. I think that's about it, other than, I'm sorry I haven't been on. I've been busy. Finally have like a day to actually do stuff. So, let's go. Also, this is by Random Seed Games. So, check out their website. My head pounded, ears still ringing slightly. Some of the worst nightmares I'd had in years left me feeling like I'd been punched in the jaw. But just like any other day, I dragged myself to the office. Same. Also, warning, I know that this game has, I think the main character is, like alcoholic or something. It's like a murder mystery, noir. And I think one of the characters has like pills or something. So warning for that if that's, a sensitive topic or anything. There was another notice on the door from Mayor Vanetti's office. Permits out of date. They didn't like me much and were trying to drown me in paperwork. That's a really, like, dingy. It's all gray. No wonder you don't want to go to work. It was a slow month, weeks since I've had any real case to work on. So I passed the time pacing the office, smoking and staring at the mirror in the corner, safely covered with an old bed sheet. So you don't like looking at yourself? Okay. Oh, okay. I don't dare look at my own reflection. I'm too afraid of what I might see. Afraid someday I might have to face what I really am. So it's kind of like an inner conflict. Doesn't really like what he's become. Actually, is it a guy or a girl? I vaguely remember in the summary it was the guy. Sorry, my throat is hurting at the moment. The girl came in so quiet I nearly choked on my cigarette. So, I guess we don't get to see any of the characters. It's just a novel. Visual novel. Mister, please. You gotta help me, mister. I mean, we are detectives, so I mean, like, you can't really deny taking the case. Yeah, I'll go with that one. Please, no one else will listen to me. Okay. She eyed me with such a jest of suspicion as I tossed back a hand full of pills and chased them with a swig. That's not a good idea. With a swig of whiskey. I could tell this might take a while. That is really not a good idea to do that. Mixing pills and whiskey. That's really not a good idea. Her name is Lily. Was Lily. She told me she was his mistress. The man all over the newspapers. The infamous banker, Mr. Reginald Farnsworth. Mr. Farnsworth was a drunk, philandering bastard, but this girl seemed genuinely concerned that he had recently gone missing. So he's missing and might possibly be her. Less concerned about the fact that Mr. Farnsworth's wife had just turned up dead in Central Park 2 nights ago. Oh. Huh. You don't understand. He just couldn't have done it. He hated his wife, but he couldn't have killed her. Everyone thinks it was him, and no one believes me. He's got to be in trouble. Or it was you, because you're the mistress. Yeah, what makes you think that he's in danger? Well, Mr. Jack. You can call me Jack. Jack, whoever did that to his wife must have been the one who took him. He would have never left without me. He promised me. So it probably wasn't her then, because kind of sounds like it was separate. I'm sure Mr. Farnsworth promised this poor girl a lot of things. Yeah, money, everything. Please, the cops won't listen to me and they want to bring him in on charges. What? I thought he was missing, though. How can you bring him in on charges if he's missing? You gotta prove it wasn't him before they find him. Oh. So when they do find him, he'd be taken in on charges. Honestly, I doubt they're in too much of a hurry. Farnsworth had practically the entire police force in his deep pockets. Probably why they hadn't found much yet. If they found him and brought him in, it would be due to public pressure. Sometimes a mob with pitchforks is more dangerous than one man with yeah. A mob will do that. Especially with pitchforks. You're not I can help you. We'll get to the bottom of it. Yeah, we'll help her. I mean, that's kind of our job. Oh, thank you, Mr. Jack. Thank you. But please, be careful. I don't think this was just any murderer or kidnapper. I think it was a what? A beast? Huh. Okay, I mean, I looked at some of the reviews for this game and it said it was like a supernatural murder mystery noir. So, I guess that's where the supernatural comes in. Beast. The word struck me funny. Like when you jar your elbow on a hard corn. Okay, when you do that, that's not funny. That hurts. I don't get why we call that the funny bone, because it's not funny at all. It hurts. Well, you get a funny feeling because it's tingly, but it's not funny. It hurts. Not a word many use these days, except in hushed whispers and bedtime stories for children. Oh, they were real enough, all right. They just got better at hiding. Yeah. Controlling their unseemly urges. But I haven't seen any monsters in nearly 15 years. Back when I was still a cop myself. Oh, you mean actual criminals as monsters? I thought you meant actual supernatural. But monsters are really good at hiding. If you believe in that. Different theory. I kind of want to say this one because, like, don't jump to conclusions. Let's get to the bottom of this. Or this one, just kind of be like, don't worry, we got this. Yeah, I might do that one. Just kind of like, don't worry about it. And you seem like the kind of man who's good at solving mysteries. Well, that's my job, so. Sure, can't you see how busy I am with cases? I repeated a little too harshly. Sarcasm wasn't my strong suit. I reassured her some more and sent her on her way. I didn't want to scare her, but I warned her before she left to keep her doors locked and call me if she saw anything suspicious. You know what this reminds me of is, oh, what's his last name? Dresden Drake? Blake? Black? Dresden Black? The Dresden Files, where he's a supernatural detective, basically. That's what it kind of reminds me of. And he's very tell it how it is, kind of harsh. Didn't know if she was in any danger herself, but better safe than sorry. That night, I made my way down to Central Park. It was a long shot, but maybe there was something there the cops had missed. Okay, I'm going into my, like, weird black and white noir voice. Hope you guys don't mind. It just seems like one of those things that you should do. Next chapter. The scene was already picked clean by the cops days ago. But I've got a knack for finding the things others overlooked. Because we're that type of detective. A knack, more of a symptom of a condition. Other less useful symptoms I kept in check. But for the time being, my keen sense of smell would come in handy. What are you, a dog? It was faint, but I could smell it before I even approached the police line. The scent was less of a thing and more of an emotion. How do you smell emotion? Seduction. Strangely a familiar smell. I expected the scent of trepidation or maybe even outright fear, but Mrs. Farnsworth seemed to have been at the height of pleasure when she left this world. And you can smell that? That's really weird. Brought new meaning to a crime of passion. Pushing the thought from my mind, it was time to get down to business. Investigate the scene. Do we actually get to? How do we do that? Oh, there we go. Muddy footprints everywhere. Difficult to pick out anything from the prints the cops left behind in their haste. They shouldn't be in that area. Because usually it's the detective the like crime investigator that usually does that. Not just the regular cops. The cops don't wear 2,000 pairs of carquinos? Never heard of those. It looks like Mr. Farnsworth was there that night and walked away on his own 2 feet. A burn mark on a nearby tree caught my eye. I ran my fingers along its length and felt a chill down my spine. That looks like claw marks. But he said they were burn marks. What could possibly make that? This wasn't just any burn mark. This was a mark of an ancient magic. What? It's doubtful the cops would have picked up on it. Could Lily have been right? Something unnatural was at play here. What? But I was no stranger to the strange. After looking around for a while longer, I realized the park had given up all its hiding from me. So I trudged back to my apartment, and my head hit my pillow like it owed me money. So I think that's where I might stop because I hear my mom coming home, so yeah, go from there. Bye, guys. Okay.